What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. Imagine that you came home from a long day at work, and as soon as you walked into your house, your family started going, "Boo! Resign! We don't want to see you anymore." It would be a very shitty way to come home from work, but that is precisely what happens to Joe Biden every single time he goes anywhere, but especially his home, right? Joe Biden is home in the state of Pennsylvania. Joe Biden is from the state of Pennsylvania. Joe Biden's wife is from the state of Pennsylvania. And Joe Biden got booed in downtown Philadelphia today, called a loser in the president. What is this? Everyone's screaming. Right up to your guys. You're a loser! This is, by the way, in Joe Biden's home. Joe Biden walks into that coffee shop, and it doesn't get any better. Joe Biden forgets who he is. Biden, my name is Joe Biden. I work for the government in the Senate. This is what Joe Biden says.
Madeline.
My name is Joe Biden. I work for the government in the Senate.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you for verifying what we've thought for a long time, that you're not actually president. So Joe Biden then went up to sniff little girls.
I do.
I'm sorry.
Was it a option? I can't remember not to tell you earlier.
Why do like little kids, I don't know the age of this person, but maybe like a teenager or a preteen, why do they always have that same reaction? They always like kind of jump away from Joe Biden. The kids always know. Kids always know. Kids are smart. Look at this. Joe Biden makes teen girl visibly uncomfortable as he squirms away from him when he starts creepily whispering in his ear. I mean, this is actually like a issue of our morals in a country. Why do we allow this man to continue to do this to little kids?
I do.
I'm sorry.
Was it a option?
Stop whispering to that girl. Joe Biden, of course, leaving his charging station and looking like he's out of batteries.
Morgan Sherwin. This is Morgan Sherwin and Sam Cerruti. They're our team members here. They help us. They help us. Service and sales.
What if I did like the entire show like this? What would you think about me? I mean, it's like, would you watch? Would you think there's something wrong? Would you call a doctor? People are calling a doctor. People are calling a doctor because Joe Biden is clearly dead in the polls. Joe Biden can't even get a audience that is gathered inside of a church to like clap for him or to say, boom, clap, hallelujah. Joe Biden's church speech interrupted by pro-Palestinian protesters demanding ceasefire. Now, Joe Biden speaking at a church, a black church earlier this week, screamed at by his own side. Protested by his own side. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen. So interesting. And this is, of course, what the polls look like. So this is what life support looks like right there, politically. How bad is it for Joe Biden? Well, Fox News recently sent cameras into the Bronx and sent them there to ask the residents of this depressed and deeply suffering blue area of New York, how are things going? Do you support Joe Biden and his spending, or do you support Donald Trump? And the reporters were actually literally left shocked with their jaws on the floor. Watch.
$16 million anti-racist bike lane in Harlem to the $17 million anti-racist hiking trail in Connecticut. And now he's installing charging stations for electric scooters in the projects here in New York. Johnny visited one in Brownsville, Brooklyn to see if people are stoked.
Joe Biden's giving this neighborhood $25 million. Ah!
Oh! Whoa, $25 million.
Wow, what the hell? Are you serious? Right.
USA, USA.
What do you think it should be spent on?
The schools, the parks.
The illegal immigration problem.
Fresh fruits, vegetables.
This is life.
That elevator over there, broken.
These houses, dirty.
Recreation for the kids to get out the street.
Well, sorry. He's spending it all so you could charge your electric scooter.
Get the out of here, Joe.
I don't like that. That's ghetto.
What's...
He's spending it on charges? Man, they need to charge his brain.
They had to take the top of my head off a couple times, see if I had a brain.
Do you own an electric scooter?
No, and I don't want it.
Scooter's not keeping me warm. Scooter is barely taking me places.
Scooter? I need some money.
That's above my pay grade.
Joe Biden says once he installs these chargers for electric scooters, there will be less racism.
How does that equal less racism?
Come on, you're kidding me. There's no racism here.
There's actually more racist that he's doing this because it's really not helping the community.
I don't see the correlation. But I also don't see the correlation between Joe Biden and being president. I don't know who put that motherfucker in office, but it wasn't me.
So you don't like him?
Yeah.
What would you rather? Cheaper gas or electric scooter chargers?
Cheaper gas.
Why wouldn't we want cheaper gas? Like, how would the scooters benefit? We don't deliver.
You can't really have cheaper gas because they're trying to get more money out of you to build electric cars.
Cheaper gas, definitely, because my man drives.
How's Joe Biden doing?
He's too old. Sorry. But everybody elected him, so that's y'all fault.
He's sitting there lying to people.
He's the worst president that we ever had.
Joe Biden, please go back to Delaware because New York City, you have no idea what we need.
He's a slimy mother. You know? He'd take you out to lunch and stick the fork up your ass right after.
Who do you want to win the 2024 election, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump. I want Donald Trump.
Trump.
That happens to be me, in case you forget.
When he was in, it was no crime. Crime was down.
Uncle Donald. No cap. That's a nice guy.
Trump is straight up and down, like 6 o'clock. At least I know what I get when it comes to him.
I was more comfortable with Donald Trump in office.
I'm not voting for Joe Biden.
And you ain't black.
Trump, that's right, I said it. That's right, I said it.
What do you like about Donald Trump?
He don't bull. He don't care. I like that.
Trump was giving back people money. I ain't gonna front, he almost started a war with Kim Jong-un, too, before he died.
Kim Jong-un is alive, by the way.
He's alive. Also, he faked the O.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
You're going to be on Jesse Waters Primetime. What do you want to tell Jesse?
Tune in to Jesse Primetime. Good job. You got these guys in the hood making me famous.
Let's get rid of Joe Biden.
This does actually remind me of a heartwarming clip from our former network that we were on, Newsmax, when Newsmax did the same thing a couple months earlier, going into, again, the Bronx to ask them about Trump versus Biden. And you would be shocked to learn who the people in New York's bluest borough want as president. Check this out.
The Bronx is the bluest of New York City's boroughs and the only borough with a Hispanic majority. President Biden got 83% of the vote here in 2020. But now the Biden campaign is seeing polls coming out saying President Trump is gaining traction with voters of color, even younger voters. So I came to the Bronx to put a face on the numbers, and I was shocked by what I heard on the streets. Do you think that President Biden is doing a good job with the economy?
No, he's not doing nothing to support nobody.
Was he doing a good job? Yes or no?
No. I can see we're all going to be in the streets homeless.
Biden and his press secretary said that prices are going down. Is that your experience or is that not true?
No, that is definitely not true. Prices are definitely going up. I used to go across the street to Fordham to go get me a meal. I can't even get me a meal because that meant $20.
Minority communities, we're not seeing the improvement. There's inflation with everything, food, gas, insurance prices. I mean, you name it.
Bidenomics is not working. It's just a complete mess. It's a disaster, especially here in New York City. We're feeling it very hard.
If you could say anything to Biden right now, who says that the economy is improving, especially in black and brown communities, what would you say to him?
That's lies. I believe that's lies, heavy lies on that, for sure.
Do you think that somebody else besides Biden should be president
yes,
next
of
time?
Course, of course. Bring back Trump.
Tell me why.
We had money. We had money when Trump was president.
Free my son Trump. Free my son Trump. Trump 2024, everybody. Trump 2024.
That's crazy. And we're here in the Bronx.
I'm gonna vote for Trump if he runs because I feel like it was much better when he was here financially for everybody, not just me, for everybody.
I'm definitely voting for Donald Trump. He made sure we had money in our pockets. He was for the people. He made sure we had what we needed. I feel like everything will go back to how it was. I mean, ever since he's been out of office, everything's declined.
When Trump was president, my life was good. Economical wise, I was doing so much better.
They're saying it's going to be Biden-Trump, so who will you vote for?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to go for Trump. Sorry.
I'm gonna go for Trump. Trump. Always Trump.
Here, let me see. Who are you voting for?
Trump.
Feeling the pain of price hikes is one thing, but the show of open support for former President Donald J. Trump on the streets of the Bronx was very surprising. And it's the sort of thing that has Biden campaign strategists looking very carefully at the messaging around Bidenomics as we get closer to 2024. Reporting for Newsmax from the streets of the Bronx, New York, I'm Kara Castronova.
Now that's some real reporting right there. Why don't more people do reporting like that? Why wouldn't CNN go and do that exact same report? CNN wouldn't be able to go into Alabama or Arkansas and find a bunch of people who love Joe Biden, but you can go into the bluest places in America and find a bunch of people that love Donald Trump. So how's that work out exactly? Somebody needs to tell me that. Joe Biden getting booed in his own home state. I'm here for it. Straight into my veins. That is the energy. It's your boy, Benny. Stay extremely, extremely based.